Good morning, everybody. This is Micah MacDonald. Can you say hi?
Hi.
And I'm Sharon MacDonald. And we're going to teach you 3 simple things about essential oils and 3 ways to use them with kiddos just like Micah. How old are you?
5.
Yeah, he's 5. And he loves essential oils almost all the time, huh?
Yeah.
When do you not like essential oils? When you get them in your eyes?
Yeah.
When? Tell him. If you get peppermint in your eye, do you like it?
No.
No. What do we do if you get peppermint in your eyes?
Put this in.
What's this? Can you hold it up and show? What is it?
Coconut oil.
Coconut oil. Do we sometimes use milk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like milk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it works really good. So 3 really cool things about essential oils and 3 cool ways to use them are super simple. And that's our whole goal, is to make it super simple for you to be able to be successful in your journey and keeping it at home and being your first defense. So, Micah, what's one of your favorite essential oils? You remember?
No.
Do you like this one?
Yeah.
What does that smell like?
Orange.
Orange. So, essential oils come sometimes from fruit, right? And they come from bark.
And trees.
And trees, that's right. And sometimes flowers. Yeah, sometimes flowers. So and sometimes even berries, right? Right. And so we use essential oils to be able to be the first defense in the body to help the body do what it's doing. So the first thing you need to know about essential oils that's really cool is they come from things that are just like us, from bark, from trees, from plants, and we're not like a tree or a plant, right? But we communicate the same way, right?
Yeah.
So that leads us to our second cool thing about essential oils, and that is that essential oils stop the communication within a cell. So get your cell out here. Hold up your fist. Remember? So hold up your fist. So what happens is when an essential oil goes into the system, because it's in 30 seconds and in 20 minutes, it's in every single cell in your body. So when we put essential oils on our skin, they're in there 30 seconds. And if this is a cell, there are hold it in a fist. There are little receptors all over that now get cleaned by this essential oil. And we love the smell of it, huh? And then it stops that communication within the cell, and then the cell gets to say, you can't go here, right? We don't have a host, right? That's right. And so then what happens? Then the body can fight, right? Yep. And it's super simple because the body knows what to do with those essential oils, and it does it quick. Do you like it when it helps you quick?
Yeah.
Right. So one of the things to illustrate this is Micah, I'm going to turn you backwards. Micah got sick one time, didn't you? You remember how sick you got with a really bad fever?
Yeah.
That was no fun, was it? So he got a virus a little while ago, about a year ago, and he was really sick. His fever was 106 when I checked it. So I got really concerned because he was lethargic. And so I did this. I put peppermint. This is our little doTERRA University kind of thing here. So we used peppermint on him, and we put it just like this, right? Straight on his back. And he laid on me, and I just put 1, 2, 3 drops on his back, and I rubbed that peppermint in, and I felt super impressed that I needed to drive it into the skin really fast. So for a fever of 106, I took just a little bit of, just like that, of deep blue, and that's even probably too much. But I put it in, and I put it on his skin, and then I held him. Like any parent, they want to be able to help their child very quickly. So I just held him and rocked him, and then I took his temperature, and within a minute, his fever was starting to reduce. So it was just very quickly that he began to drop that temperature from 106 to 104, 3, 2, 1. And then I could replace that every 10 minutes, and I did the same procedure, and it made you feel better, huh? That was not a very fun virus. So that's your second cool thing about essential oils. You know, remember they're quick and they do that. So that's a virus. So bacteria is the same thing. It sits in the system and goes to work really quick because it's in all of your body in 20 minutes. It means it's in the water parts, and water is where we house bacteria. So the third thing about essential oils is they're super cost effective. For me to treat him for that fever only took me a little bit of time. It took me like 20 cents to be able to do the peppermint. And in just a minute, we're going to be able to show them how super inexpensive it is, right? So 20 cents was how much it cost me to treat that little fever for him. And then he's never had an ear infection, but if I was to have an ear infection with one of my kids, I like basil and I like Purify. So I would take those out and I would use this every, 20 minutes, but I would put it right here on this bone behind the ear, that hard part, and I would run it down the side. Can you look just right here? I want them to see. So I drag my finger down here, along here, and what happens with that is that it goes right into the glands, okay? And then another one that's really great, we're coming up on summertime, is Purify, okay? So Purify is super simple because it just dries up everything in the ear. So same thing, you're gonna do that. Some people like to put it on a cotton ball and put it in the ear, but my kids never seem to like to wear a cotton ball. So those are our first three things. And what are our favorite things? Let's teach them how to use them aromatically, topically, and internally, okay? Right?
Okay.
All right. So, 3 things about essential oils. They come from plants. They communicate the same way you do. They are able to stop that communication within a cell, and the body has its own mechanism, so we don't have any more issues with that. And so then the third thing is they're inexpensive, okay? So that one bottle of basil can take care of loads of things that you can't replace in your medicine cabinet for that. So let's talk about aromatical. We have a couple of things for aromatical, don't we? So show them how to put it in your hand. Let's take your favorite oil again. You love wild orange, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to use wild orange. We're going to put it in your hand, and you're going to rub it together, remember? Rub them together.
Yeah.
And then breathe it in. Is that your favorite?
Yeah.
So that's aromatical. And guess what? Did you know that you're a human diffuser? People walk by and they go, oh my gosh, you smell so good. And you're like, yeah, it's wild orange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it. So then topical, we just put it on the basil, was topical on the back of his ear. And then internal, you can do a couple of things. One of my favorite ways to do this is like this. Lemongrass. I know people are just dying out there because lemongrass is pretty potent, but I like to go under my tongue and then chase it with water. Today I'm not going to chase it with water, but I'm going to put it under my tongue, like this. Right under my tongue. And what that will do is it'll go throughout my whole body and help me with all kinds of issues. And then, so that's internal, and you can also then put it in your water, okay? And if you'll just hand me that water right there, that would be awesome. Then you can add peppermint. You can put peppermint in it. You can put lime. Lime is one of my favorites. And again, you can put it in that. And we have this little handy dandy sheet. Not sheet, but my girlfriend Jody made this for me. And she made a little, and this is our little shot glass, and I love it. So what I do is I just add a little bit of water to these, and I make little shots for my family. So when I had a urinary tract infection once, I added peppermint and lemongrass and frankincense into a shot glass, and then I did it in a big water bottle, okay? And all I did was just take 1 drop, this is lime, okay, but it's because I like lime. And then 1 drop of peppermint. Go ahead and put, you want to do it in there? You do this one.
I'll do it.
Oh, okay, that's fine. And then a drop of peppermint, okay? and then a drop of frankincense, and then a drop of peppermint for a urinary tract infection. Because usually with a urinary tract infection, awesome. I know, it's great. So what I did is, I know. So we just have it in here, and then what I do is I just shake it up, and then I dump it, swallow, and chase. And what happens is it cleared up that UTI, and I was starting to bleed. So it wasn't. Ended up happening was I had a kidney stone I passed. And then after that, a urinary tract infection occurred. So I was going on a plane the very next day, and I literally, by 10 o'clock in the morning, had no more symptoms. By noon, I was totally fine. But I kept drinking that same little concoction of peppermint, frankincense, and lemon, and lemongrass into my water bottle, and I drank it for the rest of the day, and it was great. So that's 3 things about essential oils and 3 ways to use them. Thanks for joining us.